The super trio that could shake the NBA: Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. They said that after the shocking trade of Luka Dončić to the Lakers nearly a year ago, one that rattled the basketball world, nothing could truly be surprising anymore. But in the ideal universe imagined by the Golden State Warriors, there remains a fantasy so audacious it could flip the NBA and the wider sports world on its head. A super trio of Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. According to journalist Jake Fischer, citing direct NBA sources, the Warriors plan to pursue both the King and the Greek Freak this summer, aiming to unite them with Curry for one last, all-in attempt at a fifth championship before the dynasty finally fades. That fifth ring is already off the table this season following Jimmy Butler's serious injury. And while assembling such a monumental trio initially sounds like pure fantasy, three icons who seem to fit together only on paper, the broader context makes the idea far less far-fetched. As the saying goes, hunger meets opportunity. A Warriors franchise clinging to the seemingly endless prime of the greatest shooter ever, and two generational stars increasingly in need of a fresh start. From both a basketball and financial standpoint, LeBron James is more attainable for Golden State than it might seem. A change of scenery in the Bay Area could be exactly what he needs after ceding the spotlight to Luka Dončić on a Lakers roster still riddled with structural flaws. With his contract expiring in June, LeBron will become a free agent this summer, meaning the Warriors could sign him outright without sacrificing trade assets. At 41, LeBron has yet to decide whether he will play another season. Still, given that he remains highly productive, delaying retirement for one more year would be worth it simply for the chance to play alongside his longtime contemporary rival, Stephen Curry. Golden State already explored the idea around this time last year. Together, Curry and LeBron would give each other the best possible shot at a fifth ring in a poetic twist to careers defined by taking championships from one another during the Cavaliers-Warriors rivalry of the past decade. Curry came out ahead, winning the finals in 2015, 2017, and 2018, with LeBron's lone victory coming in 2016. LeBron also relished playing with Curry at the 2024 Paris Olympics, where they helped restore Team USA's pride with a gold medal. He later hinted he had no idea whether they might ever share a team again, a remark widely interpreted as a subtle nod toward Golden State, especially since neither star plans to return to international play. Complicating matters in Los Angeles, LeBron's relationship with Jeanie Buss has reportedly soured following revelations about internal tensions and a failed attempt to trade him in 2022. With the franchise now under new ownership, his expiring deal could offer a clean break for both sides. What is non-negotiable, however, is money. Any Warriors pursuit would require LeBron to abandon superstar-level salaries. Golden State simply cannot accommodate anything close to the $52.6 million he earns this season. Curry is due $62 million next year, while Giannis would command $58 million. And Giannis, for his part, appears increasingly frustrated in Milwaukee. The 31-year-old two-time MVP has won just one playoff series since the 2021 championship and endured 3 straight first-round exits. This season has been even darker, with the Bucks currently struggling to stay afloat in the play-in race. Outside of winning the 2024 NBA Cup, where he also claimed MVP honors, there have been few positives. With his contract running through 2027, including a 2027-28 player option, this summer may represent Milwaukee's final opportunity to maximize his trade value. Assuming LeBron accepts a significant pay cut to play alongside the game's greatest shooter, the real challenge becomes the price of acquiring Antetokounmpo. The most logical starting point for Golden State is Jimmy Butler, who is owed $57 million next season and under contract through 2027. Any public assurances from GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. about long-term faith in Butler would quickly give way to financial reality. Still, a straight swap is unrealistic. The Bucks would be absorbing a massive contract for a 36-year-old recovering from a major knee injury, with no guarantee he returns at the same level. That leaves draft capital, something the Warriors guard carefully, though Dunleavy Jr. has acknowledged it can be moved for a truly elite star. Golden State still controls its first-round picks through 2032, with only minor protections attached. The priority would be minimizing that cost by including a valuable young player, with Draymond Green considered untouchable and Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski central to the franchise's future. The spotlight turns to Jonathan Kuminga. Once viewed as expendable, the 23-year-old forward may now be the key. Butler's injury and the lure of a once-in-a-generation trio have reshaped Golden State's thinking. Kuminga requested a trade before the February 5 deadline, but has since returned to the rotation. If he raises his value, he could become the asset that convinces Milwaukee to ease its draft demands. Crucially, the Warriors hold leverage through a team option that would allow them to retain Kuminga for one more year at $24 million. With his contract expiring in June, there is little incentive to move him prematurely. LeBron must take a pay cut, period. Golden State projects a $213 million payroll for 2026 to 27, assuming Giannis replaces Butler financially. The real danger lies in approaching the second apron, set at $223 million, which would trigger severe roster-building penalties. Offloading Kuminga's salary would drop payroll to roughly $189 million, above the cap but below the first apron, opening the door to the mid-level exception. That path could allow the Warriors to sign LeBron for approximately $15 million annually. The sacrifice would be substantial, especially compared to his current salary. Critics have long argued that LeBron could afford such a concession, given his estimated $1.2 billion net worth. If he is willing, and if Golden State can manage the draft capital fallout of acquiring Giannis, the union is financially viable and basketball-wise, almost seamless. With the right coach to manage egos, it is easy to envision LeBron orchestrating the offense, defenses collapsing to contain Antetokounmpo, and Curry gliding freely off the ball as the ultimate release valve. The Warriors refuse to accept a quiet sunset in the Bay. And what better way to defy it than by assembling a constellation of shooting, intellect, and power, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, for one final, historic run.